Welcome to Rock Your Retirement. This is so exciting. My name is Laura Lehrhaupt, and I am joined with my husband, Michael Lehrhaupt. We're the show that helps you have tips and tools to have an amazing future. And Michael, this is so exciting.
Very exciting.
We got a lot of good stuff to share with our viewers today. I want to get right into the good stuff.
Let's get right into it.
Tell me, Michael, we have so many definitions of what it means to retire nowadays, right?
Yeah, it's a confusing time, right? What does retirement mean?
It's not your grandparents' retirement.
No, what does retirement mean to, like, if you're listening or you're watching on TV, what does retirement mean to you?
Yeah, so what do you find with most people?
So it's interesting, a lot of confusion, you know, but here's the thing, you know, we've been in this business for 30 years,
yes,
right?
We have.
And I was in my 20s when I started in this business. We've been married 30 years too, coincidence,
Yeah,
huh? Right? It's changed a lot, retirement.
Yeah, definitely.
So what we find when we talk about someone's retirement vision, what it means to them, is really there's all kinds of things, you know, retirement is not your old school retirement like my grandparents where, you know, they packed up, moved to Florida, called it a day, right?
Yeah.
Very different now today.
Some people do that, but then
that's okay if that's what you want to do. Look, if retirement means to you, I want to stop working, that's fine. That's great. But, you know, when we do our live events and different things, and we talk to our clients about what retirement means to them, some people, retirement doesn't mean they want to stop working. For some, it's a second career.
Absolutely.
You know?
Remember we had that client who became a barista at a popular coffee shop?
Yeah, so we had this client, he was a corporate executive, and he always said, I want to try being a barista at a coffee shop. Now, he had the money coming in. He could do it without worrying about the income, right?
That's
which is the key.
Point. Yes.
Now, in fact, just 2 weeks later, he said, I hate this, I quit. All right? But, you know, we have so many clients who have different paths in retirement and different dreams. Sometimes it's a second career. Sometimes it's volunteering. We had a client who wanted to buy a franchise and help tutor kids with math.
Yeah.
It's all different for everybody.
Yeah.
But there's one thing in common, and that is in order to successfully do that, you got to have an income plan, right? All these people, you hear their stories of retirement, they have an income plan that gives them safety and security and peace of mind that they can go try those things without worrying about the money.
Yeah, that is so important, hon. I think it's really important to know where the income's coming from.
Exactly.
I always call it the what do I want to do or I wonder part of life because it's things you've always wanted to do. You're doing it out of passion, not just a paycheck. You know, right? When you're younger, you do what you got to do because you got to get a paycheck and you have a family.
Take care of the family, the paycheck, everything.
Exactly.
Right.
But we're trying to help people get passion back in their lives and do things they love.
Exactly. Retirement is your time now to enjoy the things you've always wanted to do, to enjoy the things you wanted to dream of. But it takes planning. And it takes a specialist to help you with that plan. And that's what we've been doing. I mean, our goal is to help our clients, you know, really create a rock-solid retirement.
I love that, rock solid. And to me, rock solid means certainty. Like,
certainty,
I know, right?
Exactly.
Not that questionable, what if, where's it going to come from? Where's the money going to come from? And with all the confusing information, what do you tell people? You know, that you can go crazy searching online for different pieces of advice.
And that's part of the problem. You know, there's so much advice out there. And how do you know which one's right? I mean, for one thing, I'm a fiduciary. And that's really important when you're doing the planning to use a fiduciary. But, you know, there's so much advice out there. And, you know, people get very confused. We try to keep it simple. You know, one of the things that we go with is it's building a strong foundation, right? So let me ask you, Laura.
Yeah.
What is the most important part to a house?
I feel like this is a quick question, honey.
It is.
I want to say the foundation, but you know I love a good kitchen.
I know, I thought you were going to say the kitchen, right? But that's okay either way. But the most important part is the foundation. When you're building a retirement plan for your retirement visions and goals, you want a strong foundation because as that foundation's built on sand, the next storm comes, washes away, right?
Yeah, it's like a house of cards.
You want it built on rock, right? It's like a house of cards that could crumble. So what we do is when we focus to help our clients, and we're going to talk about what we do for our clients, we focus on that strong foundation built on solid, you know, let's say solid rock, right? A foundation that gives someone income, that gives someone safety, gives someone peace of mind, knowing that their money's going to last a lifetime, because retirement could last 30 years for some people or
retirement, it can be a long time. We're living longer and we're living healthier, and 30 years is a long time. And part of people's biggest fears is outliving their money. Like that's a huge issue, and we help alleviate that fear by helping them. We've got a great thing that we created for everybody. Why don't you tell everybody about what we do and how we do it?
So we have created this Rock Your Retirement report. And what does Rock Your Retirement Report? Boy, that's hard to say sometimes, right? But what it does is it actually shows you how to build a rock-solid retirement, how to build a retirement based on a strong foundation, knowing that if you need an income plan or want an income plan, creating one that gives you certainty. You know, making sure that your money is not taking a higher risk than you'd like, making sure that you're set up for a safe and secure retirement.
Yeah, right? I love that. So it sounds like we're going to review everything they've got, help them figure out what they want to do, and give them some certainty back in their life so they can take away that fear and carry on with living life, not worried about watching a ticker on
So like, I hear all these retirement dreams, but I never hear someone say, I want to spend my retirement years watching TV on the market every day going up and down, although we know some people who've done that, right? That's not what people want, but we know people done that.
I know. I want to say somebody very close in my life used to sit there and watch the ticker on the bottom and decide, can I go out for dinner tonight
can I eat
based
dinner
on the
tonight
market?
Because the market's up or down. That's not the kind of retirement most people want.
Not at all, and we try to take away that,
Well, we have this client, now he's what we call a rock star retirement, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's a client 15 years ago, became a client.
Yeah.
But he called me up, he was doing retirement planning, he's a physician, and he put half of his money in what we call a no market risk strategy. When the market goes up, he gets some gains. When the market goes down, he doesn't lose anything. It's safety and security from market loss.
Right.
And I asked him why. He said years ago, him and his wife took a trip to Paris. It was 2008. Remember the housing crash?
How could you forget? Yeah, that was terrible.
And he's in Paris, watching his money go down the drain, couldn't enjoy his trip, sat at the cafes, didn't know what to do. He says, I never want that to happen to me again. I want to enjoy it. And that's what that Rock Your Retirement Report is about, setting you up so you can go enjoy your retirement without worrying about the money.
Yeah, it's so important to have that certainty and have I love that, a rock solid retirement. I love it. That's the goal. That's what we try to get our clients to get there.
So they need to call right now, though. You know, you need to call
definitely. There's a number popping up on your screen, 844-472-4442. We're going to help you rock your retirement with a Rock Your Retirement Report. Hon, why don't you tell them again what we're going to do for that?
So we're going to meet you where you're at. Now, if you're retired, we'll help you. We'll try to improve it. You know, we'll talk and we'll figure that out in that report, right? If you're within 10 years of retiring, we're going to meet you to where you're at, what your concerns and goals are. We're going to create a report that's going to show you how to build that rock-solid retirement. It's called the Rock Your Retirement Report, and we're going to show you how to protect your money, how to grow it safely, how to create it for income, and we're going to meet you exactly where you're at, exactly what your concerns are.
Yeah.
So you need to call right now, 844-472-4442. Pick up the phone, call us.
I love it. I love it. Hey, listen, we got a lot more to talk about, and I'm excited about the next part in this next segment.
Yeah.
We're going to reveal the 3 financial stages of life. So you turn back in and watch us. See you soon.
How confident are you in your current financial plan? Do you know with certainty how the recent market volatility will affect your future hopes and dreams? How much are you paying in taxes? And how much are you losing to unnecessary high fees? You didn't work to save this money so that you could spend your time worried in retirement. Now is the time to take charge of your finances so you can feel confident about your future. Call in during the next 30 minutes of today's show only to set up an absolutely complimentary, no obligation, full-blown financial review that will result in your own customized written plan. This is a $999 value that we're giving away complimentary to the first 10 people who respond. We'll start with a full-blown analysis of what you already have. By running a report to untangle how much you are currently paying in fees, how you're allocated for risk, and what it's costing to work with your current advisor. Next, we'll identify your goals. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you want to go, and who do you hope to go there with? Is your current financial plan set up to get you there without mishap? Let's design a roadmap to create a financial plan you can follow with confidence. Get the piece that so many people are missing from their retirement. Find out how having a written plan can make a difference to your retirement dreams. Call now to schedule your complimentary, no-obligation, full-blown financial review today.
Welcome back to Rock Your Retirement. My name is Laura Lehrhaupt, and I am joined with my husband of 30 years, Michael Lehrhaupt. And we are talking about how to make your retirement an awesome one. And honey, before break, we talked about the 3 financial stages of life. A lot of people
don't know this,
They don't know it. So I want to reveal it right now for our viewers. Let them know. So stage 1.
We'll go over this, but there are 3 financial stages in life, right? The first one is what we call accumulation. Now, think that you're younger, you don't have a lot of money saved up, you haven't accumulated a lot. The goal is to accumulate as much as you can. You know, you're using different financial strategies, you may be taking some risk. Maybe you can afford the risk because if you go backwards, lose some, you have time to make it up, right? Typically 20s, 30s, 40s, you're trying to accumulate what you have.
Right, makes sense, yeah. I mean, we have children in their 20s.
Sure.
We're telling them save for your retirement. What's the first thing you tell them when they get a new job?
Well, like if you have a 401k, in my opinion, that's a good place to start if you have one, but especially if they offer matching money. If a company's matching some of that 401k contribution, that's free money.
Who doesn't like free money? I like that, yeah, for sure.
Now, the second stage in life is really important. Typically, 50 and over, what starts to happen is you've accumulated some decent assets. And we call this the preservation stage in life. Why? Because we still want to grow it, but we can't afford to go backwards. We can't afford to make a huge mistake because we make a mistake in the preservation stage of life, we may not have time to make it back.
I think that's the biggest thing. When you're 50, it's not the same like when you're 30 and you're young and you can, get back the losses. You got to make up for lost time. And as we get older, time isn't on our side all the, right.
And look, we've personally experienced this back in 2008.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in our 40s, right?
I was in my 30s, honey.
There you go. Look, we lost money in the market. We had time to make it back. But I did see people, because we were in the business, I saw people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s get devastated by losing 30, 40, 50% of their hard-earned assets. And they're like, I got to retire in 5 years. What do I do?
Yeah.
And so the preservation stage, the goal is to grow the money, but to avoid the major catastrophic risk of losing it. Now, we use, a lot of times, we use this no market risk strategy. It's personalized, right? So everybody, it depends if it's suitable for you, but we use it a lot for our clients where we call it our no market risk strategy. So when the market goes up, our clients actually share in some of the upside of the market. But when the market goes down, they're fully protected from the downside of the market. So basically, we're taking away the downside risk, but still enjoying some of the upside risk. It's a perfect way to protect and grow the money in that preservation stage in life. For some of it, it's a balanced approach.
So what I'm hearing is, in the preservation stage, we want to protect, we want to keep on growing. We're still in a working situation, most likely. So we still can earn money, grow money, but not lose our hard-earned money.
The worst thing you can do, in my opinion. Now, you've climbed the mountain, right? You want to stay on top of the mountain.
You just remind me of that story I love about Mount Everest, and I know you're going to share it in just a few moments.
Let me just finish the third one, then we'll go to Mount Everest story.
So the third financial stage.
So the third financial stage is called distribution. Now it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Now it's time to use your money for income, to use it for what you've wanted to use it for why you've accumulated it in the first place. It's called the distribution phase in life. And, this is something that you have to make your money last a lifetime. So here's the thing. If you use, there's different financial strategies, right? If you use the same strategy of accumulation in distribution phase in life, got a good chance you're going to fail. In my opinion, it's a wrong strategy to use. So there's different strategies for different phases in life. Make sense?
Yeah, and I find that people, when they get to that distribution stage, they get like a deer in headlights. Like, they're afraid to spend it because they don't want to outlive it. And so it's like a phobia, almost like distribution phobia. Like, I know.
You were saying that earlier,
I know, like I can't. What if I don't have enough? Or how much should I take? And that's because they need help. With that phase, they need expert help.
So here's a big problem. Like the average broker typically will treat everyone with a 30, 40, 50, almost the same, right? That's the average broker. Put in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, hope for the best. Look, we focus on the preservation and distribution stage in life. This is what we specialize in. Our goal is to help our clients protect and grow their retirement money, set them up for income for the rest of their life. And that's our specialty, right? Which brings me to the Mount Everest story.
This is always like, it always blows my mind every time I hear it because it's truly unbelievable. Go ahead, share it with the viewers, let them know.
So we all know Mount Everest, seen the movies, seen people climb Mount Everest. Here's the reality. The first person who got credit for successfully climbing Mount Everest was a gentleman named Sir Edmund Hillary. And Sir Edmund Hillary got all the fame, the glory, and was known as the first person to successfully climb Mount Everest. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but there were people who climbed Mount Everest before Sir Edmund Hillary. Actually, the first person who technically climbed Mount Everest was George Mallory.
Wow, yeah.
And nobody heard of George Mallory, really. Nobody heard of him. But he technically was the first one to climb Mount Everest.
Yeah.
But there was one little difference between George Mallory, who nobody knew, and Sir Edmund Hillary. You know what it was?
Well, I know what it was.
Yeah, I know you do.
Share it.
Maybe our audience can guess too. But here's the thing. Sir Edmund Hillary was the first one to make it up the mountain and down the mountain successful. George Mallory made it to the top, but unfortunately he died on the way down.
Yeah.
He was the first one to make it to the top, but died on the way down.
Yeah.
Look, the strategies you use to climb the mountain are very different than the strategies you use to go down the mountain. You need a guide to take you down the mountain. You need a guide to take you when you're on top, to stay on top, right?
Yeah.
And story after story with Mount Everest, unfortunately, Sir Edmund Hillary was the first one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And what does that tell you? You need the right strategy for the right time in your life.
Yeah, and that's what I'm so excited to share with viewers today, because we created that with the Rock Your Retirement Report.
We have a very special report for
Tell everybody what we do when they talk to us.
So we have this Rock Your Retirement Report,
Yeah.
and it helps you create a rock-solid retirement. What it does is it shows you how to set yourself up for a perfect retirement, where you have income you don't have to worry about, where your money is balanced so you're not taking the amount of risk that may be inappropriate to take. Now, we're going to meet you where you are. In other words, we're going to find out about your situation, because this is a customized report. This is not generic here. This is customized to everybody's individual situation.
Yeah, I think that's important to remind everybody, is it's for you, your individual needs, and what goals you're looking for. So I want you to call the number on the screen, 844-472-4442 right away, so you can get your very own Rock Your Retirement Report. We've got that just for you. Hey, when we come back, we've got more to talk about, hon. We're going to talk about IFCOM versus income and what the difference is. We'll be right back.
As a good saver, you've been putting away money during your working years. Studies find that the biggest fear of retirees is running out of money. Market volatility isn't just the downward movement of stock prices, it's the size and frequency of change. The more dramatic the ups and downs, the higher the volatility. This can put savers who are newly retired or a few years away from being retired at greater risk. Today's generation of retirees is not receiving traditional pensions as our parents or grandparents did. Instead, we have retirement accounts such as 401ks or 403bs. These accounts typically expose your money to market risk. The last thing you want right before retirement is to lose a portion of the money you need for income. But how do you turn these accounts into a retirement income? Is it safe to keep all your retirement money sitting in the stock market? The last thing you want is to lose a portion of the money you need for income due to market loss. By working with a financial professional, you can learn how to turn a portion of your savings into an income stream for life, and income for the life of your spouse if you're married. We all have moments in our lives when we wish we had taken action sooner. Don't let procrastination reign on your retirement parade. Act now before it's too late. Please call our office to set up your no-cost, no-obligation retirement income review today.
Retirement planning can be stressful. At Strategies for Retirement, we pride ourselves on being different from other financial planning firms. We will get to know you during our initial meeting, and you will get to know us.
We want to learn all about your vision for retirement. Together, we'll design a plan to achieve your long-term financial goals, and our friendly team will make you feel comfortable the moment they meet you.
Call us today for your customized Rock Your Retirement Report. Welcome back to Rock Your Retirement. My name is Laura Lehrhaupt, and I'm here with my husband, Michael Lehrhaupt. He's been my husband for 30 years and actually in the business for 30 years, a long time. Yeah. So we have been talking about amazing and different phases of retirement and different things people do during retirement. Right. And before break, I mentioned IFCOM versus income. Now, I know we didn't come up with it, but it rang so true and we love it. So I'm going to let you share with the viewers, what is it? What does it mean? What is income? IFCOM versus income.
And my question to the viewers, do you have an IFCOM plan or an income plan?
Yeah.
And let's talk about the difference.
Yeah.
An if-come plan is if this happens and things go this way, your money's going to last a lifetime. That's a plan built on uncertainty. That is not a strong foundation,
yeah,
right?
Right.
Or an income plan is a plan built on certainty. It's built on, systematic income that you can never outlive. And, we always have a saying of different streams of income, right?
Yes, we do.
Right.
Yeah, we have, you need more than one.
Right.
Because a stream can dry up and you can't depend and there's no certainty. But if you have multiple sources, then you get a river. And then,
yeah. If you put a bunch of streams of income together, you get a river of income.
Awesome. Yeah.
And it, let's take a look at some of the, guaranteed income sources. Like years ago, it was different, right? So Social Security is a guaranteed income source.
It is.
Now, there's a lot of strain on the Social Security system. Nobody can tell you what's going to happen. Who knows? But there's a lot of strain on it. But it is a huge source of income for a lot of people. But you can't live on Social Security alone.
No, it's one of those things where it's not going to do it. It's not going to pull you over the finish line, right? Which is something that people are concerned about. And people always wonder, when do you take Social Security? That's a question everybody asks. What's your opinion about that? I know viewers ask that all the time.
And I have a very different opinion than most. Some people run these reports and show you. The problem with all this hypothetical stuff is, Social Security has a lot to do as far as when to take it on the day you're going to die. Yeah. And that's unpredictable, right? So I look at it more as a lifestyle point of view, and everybody has their own personal situation. So usually it's part of that Rock Your Retirement report, because it's individually based. But I look at it as a lifestyle. It depends on your current situation.
Okay.
That's my thing about it, right? But that's one source of income. Now, pensions are another source. But they're far and few between nowadays.
Yeah,
most
no one's getting them.
Firm.
Yeah.
And we see some people with pensions. And the question is, do you take full pension, half pension? What happens if you die? What happens to your spouse? This gets complicated. So we can help you with that too.
Okay, yeah.
With your Rock Your Retirement report.
Right.
We can absolutely help you with that too.
Yeah.
But that's why it's so important to have several sources of income. We know stories of pensions where, there was a pension issue, people's pensions got cut. Yeah. Well, if they were only relying on one source of income, that's a problem.
They found themselves in big trouble. Yeah, that's why we have to have multiple different sources to create that river, so we're not relying on just one source.
Just one source of income.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's a story you tell about the plane.
Yes.
And I've never been a fun-loving plane person. I've gotten better, but share the story about the plane, because this is a very good analogy.
And it really shows the difference between income and if-come, right? We love income.
Yeah.
We love certainty. Our clients love certainty. If you love certainty, you'd be a good fit. You're going to love us, right? You want to call us.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Imagine you were getting set. Pick a place you want to fly to.
Hawaii.
All right, you want to fly to Hawaii, right? So imagine you get on a plane to go to Hawaii. You sit down, you get set up in your seat, and the captain comes on. And he tells everyone it's going to be a smooth flight to Hawaii. It's going to be a 12-hour flight. Enjoy. Shouldn't be too much turbulence. Oh, by the way, there's an 80% chance that we'll land in Hawaii. Would you take the risk?
I am out. I'm so out. That's a hard out. Like, there's not even an option on that.
Yeah, but there's 80% chance.
I want certainty, and that is a great analogy.
And that's the problem in our business. Look, the typical broker, when consumers go to a typical broker, this is what they do. Oh, let's put you in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, diversify portfolio. By the way, if you're all at risk, even if you're diversified, if it's all risk, right? And they go, oh, we'll pull out 4% or 5% or 6%, and it should be okay. It should last a lifetime.
Right.
There's a lot of difference between should versus guarantees, right?
Yeah, you're going to should all over yourself. Is that saying that everybody else says, right? So no, we can't have that. That's the difference.
And that's the problem. That's an if-come plan. It's not an income plan. If you would like to get an income plan that's built on foundation, that's rock solid, built on a strong foundation, and if you have 250,000, 500,000, a million or more, this Rock Your Retirement report would be a perfect place to start.
Yeah. I think it's great. What's so nice is we individualize it. We get to talk to our people, the clients, the people that call in, the viewers that call in, and make it just for them and their goals, and to give them certainty so they know they're getting to Hawaii, right?
Exactly. Our goal is to help our clients.
Yeah.
But the only place we could start is by calling to get your Rock Your Retirement report.
Right. So with that report, what I'm hearing is we're going to review your current situation. Right. We're going to talk about the goals and the dreams that you've got and how we can financially make sure you're feeling good to get there, so you become what we like to call a retirement rock star, right? And what that means is somebody who's doing what they want to do and they love doing it, right? Well, that's it.
So let's give them the number.
Yeah, the number. Go ahead, give it, honey.
So it's 844-472-4442. That's 844-472-4442 to get your customized Rock Your Retirement report. Now, if you have $250,000, $500,000, $1 million or more, this report's going to really help you make sure, one, that you're in the right place, and if you're not in the right place, show you some improvements you could make to make your retirement rock solid.
Yeah. You know? So I want to review what we went over, because we went over so much today. I mean, this went quick, didn't it? This is a quick show. We went over what retirement means. Everybody's definition's a little different. We went over the different financial stages of life that a lot of people...
The 3 stages: accumulation, preservation, distribution.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even realize that. So hopefully a lot of you people, you clients, you viewers out there, have now an insight to the different financial stages. And then finally, income versus income. What does that really mean? It means certainty. It means getting your dreams and goals done in retirement.
I mean, you want a stress-free retirement. The last thing you want to worry about is where your income's going to come from.
Yeah.
You want to be out there. You want to enjoy your family, your grandkids, your travel, without worrying about the stress of whether your money's going to last a lifetime.
I think you hit the nail on the head, honey. I think that's a good way for us to wrap up the show today.
Definitely.
We want to get rid of the stress. We want to make you have a great retirement. We want to help you do it. It has been a pleasure having everyone watch today. We are so happy you tuned in. Michael and I really appreciate it. And please call the number 844-472-4442 so we can get you your Rock Your Retirement report and you can become a retirement rock star. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a really great day.